Hello to all the finance-loving hamsters out there. Often we hear about investors flocking to the real estate market, but is it really as profitable as they say? And how challenging is it to manage? Well, in today's lineup, we're going to dive deeper into this world and hopefully start to understand real estate better. Here comes the first video on the topic. Let's tune in.
Making 110K. I think I'm doing pretty good at age 33. Yeah, you're doing great. You want to do better? Take some of that 110,000, take 25% of it, buy your first rental property, and then you're off to the races. Then from that first rental property, you'll refinance it a year later, take the equity out, and buy a second one. Take another 25% from that 110, and boom, guess what? Now you own two. And on your 110, you're going to have tax deductions from those rental pieces of property. You're going to keep more of the $110,000.
Wow, this is the kind of advice that makes you want to go buy a rental property because it sounds so simple, yet it's incredibly difficult. As a matter of fact, if you were going to buy stocks or buy real estate, guess what? Real estate requires you to work. When you buy your first real estate property, you are in a business, whether you have a property manager or not. So if you're going to buy real estate, just understand you're buying a business and you have to treat it like one.
The first part inspired me, and the second brought me back down to earth. Enough playing with my feelings. However, we did manage to learn something important. Renting out property isn't just owning assets. It's a business that requires constant attention. Keep that in mind. Okay, using real estate for business is one thing, but buying your own home, that's quite another, right? Let's hear what successful people have to say about this.
Owning your own home and getting it paid for is one of the two primary pieces of financial data that will lead you to being a millionaire.
Straight to the point and without any fluff. I completely agree, though I might still take the risk and invest in real estate to rent out. After all, I just need to dig a tunnel from one borough to another. No construction or concrete needed. Don't miss our upcoming episodes to deepen your financial understanding with each view. See you next time, and remember, hamsters are power, one for all and all for one. Hey there, finance curious folks. Ever feel like you just got paid, but your account's already full of holes? Then grab your notebooks, because today I've lined up some videos about those sneaky habits that make us spend way more than we realize. Ready? Let's dive in.
What are some of the worst spending habits you've ever seen?
Housing and cars, always. Housing, they overspend dramatically on because in their religion, which is housing, they have a very simple way of looking at the world. I need to own because housing always goes up. So therefore, I'm going to own. It's as simple as that. They don't care to know about interest or phantom costs or anything. Number two is cars. It shows up in peculiar ways. The minute they have kids, what's the first thing they do? They go, I need to go buy a 7-seat SUV because I have a baby. Huge mistake. When I see couples that fight about things like, I can't believe you spent that much on energy drinks at the gas station, I already know it's never about the energy drinks. It is that they are spending too much on their housing and cars. There's nothing left over, and yet they don't know that. They can't make the connection, so they fight about how much they ate out and spent on appetizers.
It's true. Such connections aren't always easy to see at first. In my domain, I have many boroughs, but I rent them out. So it's more of an investment than an expense. Keep it modest, friends. Live comfortably, but always keep an eye on your spending. Our possessions should make our lives easier and happier, not the other way around. And since we're on the topic of spending, we can't overlook credit cards. They're undoubtedly convenient, but often we don't use them quite right. Before jumping to conclusions, let's take a look at some statistical data from the experts.
What's wrong with having a credit card if you pay the balance every month?
Most people don't. 78% of people don't.
No way.
And they all talk about this theoretical discipline that they just freaking don't have.
Wait, 78% roll the balance over month to month.
Just like 97% of the people don't don't pay a 30-year mortgage like a 15 so that it pays off in 15 because they promised themselves they would. We're going to take out a 30 just in case we need to let up, but we're going to pay it like a 15. 97% do not systematically prepay. And that's Federal Reserve statistics. I didn't make those numbers up. And so we trust ourselves with this discipline that's really just simply not there.
Wow, and here I thought I was the only one who sometimes forgets to pay off the credit card. Financial discipline is crucial, friends. It not only brings us peace, but also enriches us. What are some unnecessary expenses you know about? Drop them in the comments so we can all grow financially savvy together. See you in the next episode, and remember, hamsters are power, one for all and all for one. Bye.